I'll tell you what, I don't understand these comments go Facebook, go Twitter and everywhere where people are still blaming Uzwane ukuthi somehow the Chiefs did not score 3-4 goals yesterday. Because if you have a team that is creating chances, if you have a team that is putting an opponent under immense pressure to a point where they are getting red cards and they are just cracked open at the back, then that means the person who came up with the plan to play against the team did a good job. So how are we going to then say, oh, it's Zwane's fault good players are not scoring? You have big teams like Abo Manchester United having big coaches like Abo Erik ten Hag, yet they still saw a need to sign a person like Pietermaritzburg to be their striker coach, to sign a person who was a good striker with Premier League to go and coach people like Abo Rashford who were off form last season, and this season he's scoring goals for fun. Yet now we're expecting okay Lepu and our forward line basically can now just score goals without having a striker coach. It does not make sense, and I don't understand why people keep on just wanting to attack Uzwane for all the reasons, because yes, Uzwane has made mistakes, but I don't see why you would fault him for the team missing opportunities. But today, we are not talking about striker coaches. We are actually rating players individually from the game that we played against Richards Bay. Let's start with Peterson. Hello, by the way. Peterson gets a 5. Didn't get much to do, so I'm giving him a 5 because, well, Manga Kalang niggas was 6 for just standing epalini, then I would be giving everyone 10. Kunika is much better as right back and did not offer much really, because going forward we didn't see much from him, but also he wasn't bad, so I won't say he performed badly, but he just was there in the game. So Guayana, he gets a 5. Same thing with Uhland was just there, but when it comes to Uhland, I feel like there's this problem. Sometimes there's a pass that's on and it delays the ball a bit, and then the passing opportunity ends up being gone, and because of that, team ends up missing out on an open defense. So because of that, maybe it was just once or twice yesterday, and also the quality passes going forward, he fails to do that, and that is why from time to time Uzwane is now playing Mashiane, subbing Uhland for Mashiane, because delivery Gashland is not that great these days. So for Yena, I will give him like a 4 because we need more from him. Knowing what he does have the quality, just needs to perhaps practice and get better again. Dove solid again defensively when it comes to recovering and dealing with our opponents. He's a fighter, that guy, and he's been playing very well for us. I just have to say, Uguti, at times there are these passes that he keeps on misplacing from time to time, and they have not cost us. I think we've conceded 1 goal from such mistakes, and I think game by game it's always gonna be a Dove mistake that he usually rectifies himself, but he needs to minimize on those, because should we qualify for Champions League next season, then the teams that will be playing against in the Champions League will definitely punish us for those mistakes. So because of that, he gets a 7.5. And Ungezana solid again, and you saw with the first half he seemed like he was getting really tired, because funny enough it seemed like they were targeting him, or it's just that he's the one who was always recovering quicker than Ungezana, covering Ukwinika on the right. So I think they were targeting Ukwinika, cutting in towards the side Ungezana, and as because of that we will be clean up for Ukwinika. But he fought until the end of the game, not to mention Uguti, he also scored a goal for us. So it was solid overall, and the confidence just keeps on growing with time. So I will actually give Ungezana, I wrote 8.5 there, but let's bump it up to 9. Why not? Guys, if you're enjoying this video, please do subscribe to the channel. I asked you to subscribe today, and also just like the video. It's free. It's free. Just click the like button, right? Just click. It's free. It helps me reach more people. That's why we ask you to like the videos, because if you don't like them, then they're only watched by you, then that's where they stop. Anyway, let's move on to Ubongan, by the way, Kamalak. If we move on to Umati, because ngimbiza ngeGama channel yakhe. But anyways, we move on to Umati. Umati, guys, ngiyamdefender kwesinye isikhathi, but nah, sometimes he's not giving me something to work with, because I understand he gets caught on the ball a lot of times. He's too slow to play the ball. I don't know whether it's because this thing of playing as a double pivot, Q6, is harming his play, but I'm not convinced these days in recent weeks ngama performances gamat, and he just gets a 5 because for me it was just flat. That's all I'm gonna say. In contrast, Dstv was doing all the right things that you wanted him to do. Playing passes forward, he was also very solid defensively. Umat was doing some defensive work from here and there, but Dstv was doing it clear. Once the ball back, he starts the move going forward, more forward passes. But you won't hear people talking about, oh, Dstv played more forward passes, because they've decided they wanna hate him. But I feel like if at least both of them, they can have the game that Dstv had yesterday, both of them, then they can justify the double pivot. But right now, they are not justifying it, because one is like flat and the other one is above average just a bit, because Dstv had a good game, and that's why he played the entire game as well. So he gets to 7.5 for Dstv. Then Umtu was creating a lot of chances going forward for our forwards. I wouldn't say he was shining, but he did play really good, a solid performance, a solid game for him, because that's what you want from your number 10, to always be available in the right spaces and to always make the right passes to the right people. So Umtu from yesterday's game, I will give him a 7.5 as well, because Ben Dstv, they were playing sort of a similar kind of thing. Mark when you are needed, but also assist when we're going forward. Moving on to Usaile, who at times was a bit quiet in the game, and you saw that and you see that Uguti with the game as it continues. Sometimes it gets frustrated and then he starts making tackles that are reckless, and he probably just needs to work on that, because I understand, right? Because you are this striker who's come to Chiefs, you know good Kaizer Chiefs fans will get tired of you and do this as Caleb soon enough. So now he's desperate to make an impression, and because of that he ends up missing easy chances, because they did miss easy chances, and he also failed to just play a cutback, because once again they're desperate to abe a hero na yakore so that he can be loved by the fans. But I think that that effort to try too much leads to you just flopping. So it's better to just stay in your head, keep calm, because you're gonna end up making more mistakes, and then with this fan base they will end up booing you, and then your confidence will be gone for good. So someone just needs to talk to him and tell him to calm down, otherwise fan base will turn against him. So for yesterday's game, I'll just give him a 6, because yes, when he got the ball, you can still say he can beat players with pace, he can do this and that, but it just needs to maintain mentality yakhe ukuthi angabe affected by ukuthi hasn't scored or something like that. And then we move on to Utoli, which a lot of people were still saying Utoli wenzani. I kind of ate humble pie. I mentioned this yesterday. When I found out before yesterday's game, Utoli had created more chances for the Chiefs, 42 before yesterday's game, and the next person after him would be Dupree with only 21 chances that he created. So that basically means Utoli has created twice as many chances for the Chiefs as the next person, than the next person, which is Dupree. Like, that's a lot, but we've not seen those chances being converted. We've just seen the parts where Utoli is not playing so well, and then we say Utoli must go out. Because if we're being honest, Veluba quiet for the most of the games, but statistically it doesn't show that Ugutusuge quiet. He just shows up in those moments and he creates some chances. And yesterday I would say he did that. Utoli was much better yesterday, and I hope Uguti going forward he can perform like that, because you want your best players to always perform, because quality wise Utoli is really good. It's just that when it comes to form, he's not been in a great one this previous few weeks. But so I hope Uguti going forward he has turned a leaf, right? So yeah, enough for yesterday's game. I'll give him a 7.5. If you dispute that, let me know in my comments. Then Caleb. I saw a comment actually before I started recording this video that said I'm too harsh on Caleb. I should look at the chances that he gets. I mean the supply that he gets. I would have to say this to people who think I'm being harsh to Caleb. I'm not talking about the amount of chances that he doesn't get. No, I'm not talking about the chances he doesn't get. I'm talking about the chances that he does get. How many chances does Caleb get in a game? And how many of those does he miss? You cannot tell me that I'm being harsh. You have a footballer here who's occupying the space. Ebola is on the right. So that means this footballer must move to the side to support the player who's wide with the ball. Because this player is already moving from this side to this side because they see that Ebola is on the right. So make the right movement, go to this side. Or make a movement to the box to receive the ball. Wena umile la nangu omunye umdlali useshayisana nawe manje because umile. It's known ukuthi ama players their zones egroundini they are drawn. Maybe one day I will show you the graphic. Kunama zone egroundini asikwazi ukuthi singibe ku zone 14 now ku zone 14 sonke siku zone 14. Who is wide? Who's going to receive the ball wide to help stretch defense opposition? Who is making a run behind? If uzonke ziboma kanje, if a winger is moving in towards the central part, you move either to the box but make a different move. We can't be here making the same move. And if this thing keeps on happening with Caleb, which is always just standing in the way of people who are making runs, let me not say always, but often he's caught making the same runs as number 10 wake, as a winger, as whoever. Maguguti, the person ogwi front post is attacking the near post. Now uzofuna go attacking near post. Why unga pull back to E18 area? And this is something that's supposed to be an instinct to ama strikers. This thing, your movement of the ball in the box foot is just a basic striker, because for you to even score a goal, you need to position yourself in the right position. Those are basics that we are taught a primary model ball. You pass the ball, then over space. Be in a position, now I'm a basic, where you can receive the ball. Because defender, because sometimes if he's not just chilling with a defender, he's making the same run as players 8. If that's not the case, then he's doing something else that he's not supposed to be doing, or missing chances. He got one chance that he did take, but to keep save the ball. But then again, that's the only effort that made sense from him. But in the other times, it just seems like he's confused. And Guayana, as a person, I would feel bad for him. If pressure has gotten to him, and yesterday he saw fans doing this, I don't think that's any good for anyone, like for a player to be shown ukuthi phume grounding. But now do the basics, man. Do the basics. Do they not watch other footballers? Hi guys, Kathleen. Like Ushalulile is not like a world-class striker. He just knows how to make the right movements, and when he gets the ball, uzokora. That's why a player like Erasmus would have been good for Chiefs, because that guy does not need all the pace in the world. He just knows where to be in the box, and then he will score. Simple. Caleb does not know where to be. Let's move to Hatebe. Hatebe came in, hasn't played a lot this season, but when he came in, he played with confidence. That's an easy 7. Mahlatse as well, confidence, but then again, he misses opportunities. But the thing that I like the most is ukuthi they come into the game, they get the mem ukuthi sidlala ibhola la, we're opening this defense wide, and they do exactly that. It's just that now they then miss chances. But for your confidence and continuing to carry on with the plan, I am giving him Mahlatse a 7 as well, maybe a 6.5. 7 is too much. Auduba missed like a couple of chances. Another player who's again getting a pressure in him, because now he knows good he has a chance, so he needs to capitalize, and if he doesn't, he knows Uguti is falling down the pecking order. So unfortunately for him, I will have to give him a 6.5 as well. Zwane did not do much when he came onto the game, so I will just give him a 6 for Uguti akafika ngazo zilise came in. So that's that with the players. Now with Uzwane, I already touched on him earlier on in the video, but the game plan yakhe seemed to work. He was playing Usaile on the right again. He made early subs. Yes, he still made Gazwane much later, but the initial subs, the first 2-3 subs, were like he did them earlier than what he usually has done in the previous game. So that's good. That's improvement. That shows what he's learning. Let me know ngama ratings and down on the comment section below. Share the video to your friends, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching, and until next time, remember, equals alphelo moya.